Hello everyone, welcome back to Too Sweet MTG, welcome to another video. Today we're trying something a little bit different. Today, gonna have a little chat. I kind of want to talk about something that's been going through my head a lot recently. It's something that I've definitely struggled with over the last couple of years of Magic. And it's basically how I've learned to love Magic again. I'm gonna go over some conscious changes that I've made in the way I interact with Magic, which have greatly affected how I enjoy the game. Nothing in this video is a guarantee, everyone will be different. These are things that I have found have helped me continue to enjoy playing Magic the Gathering. Because I know sometimes it's hard. For old players, we have all these new shiny cards from different worlds that people feel have nothing to do with the game. For new players, there are just so many old cards that are so expensive they never feel attainable. Cards are getting more and more complex, making the number of things a player needs to know so much higher, especially for new players. There's so many releases it's hard to keep track of. You also have fear of missing out on the new shiny toys that you can only get from buying an expensive booster pack or a limited print run alt art product. For some players, a lack of a competitive scene has really affected their enjoyment of Magic over the last couple of years. As you might be able to tell from, the YouTube channel that I have, Magic is something that I really care about. In my life, it's one of the most important of the unimportant things. And there was definitely a point about a year ago where I was feeling very burnt out. So these are things I have changed in the way I view the game to help me keep interested, and to help me find my love of Magic again. The first one might seem quite straightforward, but realizing that results really don't matter. Now, this is harder to take the more competitive a player that you are. Yes, I know, it's very nice to win. But the best Magic players to ever play Magic, when they were at their best, still only had a win percentage of like 55 to 60%. So don't beat yourself up if you lose a game. I know people can get lost in the sauce, and this is more for the competitive players out there, but winning or losing at a card game does not define anyone's worth. You are not a better person if you win a game. You are not a worse person if you lose one. Instead, try to think about what you could have done differently. Don't just blame it on my opponent top decked the right card, I was mana screwed, blah blah blah. Yes, I know I'm being facetious here and no one likes to lose, but try and take some positives. Think about what you could have done differently. This is what will actually make you a better player and will let you see the growth in your game so that in the future you won't make those mistakes again, and that growth can make you feel better and make you enjoy Magic more. Because you see that improvement, you see that growth. Results are temporary. Overall, improving your game will make you feel better about it. And being honest, the best players out there will do that when they win as well. Just because you won doesn't mean everything you did was perfect. I've won plenty of games playing like an absolute ham sandwich, and I've lost plenty of games that way too. But in both of those, I've taken things away from them and aim to get better because of it. And that growth, that ability to notice these things and see improvements has helped me enjoy Magic more. And putting the emphasis there rather than on the results means that when I sit down to play a game of Magic, I'm more likely to come away from it having enjoyed myself. And talking of enjoyment, this also might be an obvious one, but play the Magic that you enjoy and focus on how you can make it easier for you and more fun. Over the last year, I focused way more on Cube, Commander, and Limited. For Cube, I keep my 540 cube up to date and organise drafts for it. For Commander, I organise my collection so that cards are easy to find and separated a bunch of staples out so I can also easily find them and build new decks. This has let me do things I like most about Commander, which is building decks. I've also started downsizing my collection so I just have one-ofs of each card. This has made things way more easier to find and it gives me more trade value. For Limited, I've made myself a 2,000 card mystery booster style set so I can draft with people casually whenever I want to. We have a full episode of our podcast Powerful Nothing dedicated to that if you want to check it out. These things have let me spend more time doing the things I want to do when it comes to Magic. So think about what could make your life easier. I've got friends who've scanned every card they own. It's meant they can easily build decks and try new things out. It means they don't have to buy cards again that they already own. Another thing I've done in Commander, which has made a big difference, is I've stopped chasing power level of decks. I've kind of leveled up by leveling down. Rather than playing the most tuned version of a deck, I've started just playing more cards that I like. I'm still building decks properly, but I'm making more room for cards that I think are cool, or strategies that I think are cool, rather than just powerful and good. My last 2 Commander decks have been a weird mono-red legend from Kamigawa, a Shadows Matters deck, and a Grist deck that is just basically Golgari cards that I like. I've enjoyed these so much more than decks I've made in the past couple of years because my focus was to make the deck that I like, rather than make a deck that had all the new powerful cards in it. I'm planning on playing Pauper sometime soon, and I'm going to build a Bad Madness deck and play that because that's what I like doing. So my advice is take a step back, think about what you like, and think about how you can make that easier for yourself. Next up is another one that has definitely got harder over the last couple of years, and that's simply, you don't have to be hyped for every set. You don't have to like things you don't want to like. There's always the latest set to get amped about. There's always new cards for Commander or Modern or Standard that you need to think about for the most optimal deck. There's also the never-ending cycle of spoilers. Even as someone who makes content about Magic, I find this really hard. You can't always be cresting a wave. Sometimes you need to pause and take a breath, and that's fine. I'm making this video in the middle of a spoiler season. There's a lot of cool cards to get excited by. But the fact that you could be watching this at any point over the next year and this part here still be relevant shows you the issue. And it's probably going to get harder in the future. There's seemingly no slowing with the amount of things getting released. On top of that, we also have Universes Beyond, which I know some people have really loved and some people have really hated. And I'll be honest, up to now, I've kind of been okay with them. Warhammer and Lord of the Rings, awesome, that's basically my childhood. I'll be honest, I wasn't fussed about Doctor Who or Fallout outside of some cool cube cards, but being honest, next year, I'm probably going to struggle with these. I've definitely been over Marvel ever since Endgame, and I've never really got into Final Fantasy. But that's fine. I don't feel the pressure anymore to be hyped about these sets. I'll pick up a couple of cube cards for each set and go back to playing the Magic that I like. And that is fine. It's okay not to be hyped for everything. There'll be another set next month that I might like more. If anything, taking that pause, taking that breather, will let you appreciate good sets and good cards when they do come out. Or if you don't feel forced to like a set going into it just because it's the new shiny thing, you might be pleasantly surprised by some of the cards in them. Like as I mentioned, I wasn't super fussed about Fallout. There's some cool Sultai graveyard cards in there that I'm probably going to play at some point. And talking of sets, talking of cards, the next point is you don't have to own every card. Now, no one likes being told this thing isn't for you, and it's actually one of the things that really pissed me off over the last year of the game. When Wizards especially started doing this. This product isn't for you. This draft set is 40, 50 quid. To open this card you want, it's in a booster pack that's more expensive. To get this artwork of a card you want, you have to buy it in a week window, otherwise it's 4 times the price later on. I truly hate this aspect of modern Magic. For me, something definitely changed last year with the 30th anniversary product. Like 100 quid for some proxies was insane. And generally, I think it's the worst thing they have ever sold. It was just such an obvious money grab, it really annoyed me. And being honest, seeing Wizards of the Coast basically print proxies changed something in my thinking to just being more open to the idea of proxying cards. If they're going to do it, why can't we? And I know obviously you can't do this for competitive Wizard-sanctioned tournaments. There is still the cost to entry there, but at least there are reprints that have got better over the last couple of years. Also in Commander, it's always worth checking with your playgroup if you're playing proxies. That can also lead to other people feeling bad, which is not something you really want to do. It can kind of suck if one person has Mana Crypt in every deck. But a lot of the time for me, I play a deck once or twice and then want to build a new one. I'll spend a tenner on some cards and then proxy the expensive ones I'm not sure of or won't use again. Or I'll do it as well if I own a card, and it's more often than not in my cube. If I need another copy, I will just proxy it now. Likewise with testing in cube. Some cards are just getting really expensive, and you know there's going to be a new version of this effect that will replace it in the next set or two. Whereas beforehand, I was so much more tied to always having the real thing. It kind of got me in this cycle of feeling like I had to spend 50 quid every set to always have the latest tech and the latest toys. But just stepping off that treadmill has been a massive bonus for me. It's let me try new things, it's let me build new decks. It's not put that immediate pressure on myself of, oh, my cube always has to be up to date, I have to have these cards. That is entirely a self-posed thing that I put on myself. Just stepping away from that has really helped. It lets me take time, it lets me not feel rushed about things. And anything like that will generally make you feel better. And then lastly, one of the main things that has really helped me love Magic more over the last couple of years is doing things with my playgroup that are not Magic. To anyone with a Magic playgroup out there, this is one I would highly recommend doing. Do things with them that aren't playing Magic. You will always have Magic to come back to, and it's always something you can talk about. But just doing more with your playgroup is something I would highly recommend. It means the people I play Magic with have gone from being my Magic friends to just being my friends. I don't really define the people who I play Magic with as a playgroup anymore, because we don't just play Magic. We go to gigs, we go to wrestling, we watch sports, we play board games, and also, sometimes, we just meet up for a drink or go for dinner and talk. It means the whole ecosystem around how I view Magic has changed and changed for the better. Because now it's not, oh, I'm playing Cube on Sunday, it's I'm seeing friends on Sunday. It also means that if you want to take a break from Magic, which is also fine to do, and definitely something I should probably do myself at some point, you don't lose that social aspect of things. You can still see people that you like. You don't lose any of that social equity either. If you have a playgroup where you only really see each other at Magic type things, go for a drink afterwards, see what other interests people have. Honestly, I don't think you'll regret it, because that is one of the best things about Magic is it is a social game. I've always struggled with Arena and MitGo because for me, one of the best things about Magic the Gathering is the gathering. If you don't have a playgroup but you have a game store near you, go to the game store, just go and draft. Magic is universal. You can go to a game store, sit down, draft, and meet people. or you can do a pre-release. It's how I met 90% of the people I know around me. When me and my wife, who was my new girlfriend at the time, first moved in together in London, I didn't know anyone there apart from her. We started playing Magic at home, which led to us going to a pre-release, which led us to meeting a bunch of awesome people. And if you watch any of my early YouTube videos, you will see I was not always this outgoing flower.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a fun format that we've been playing over the last couple of weeks, which we think you might like.
I was a very awkward person once upon a time, and it was through Magic that I was able to meet people, so if I can do it, you can all do it too. Right, that's going to do it for today. I hope people like this video. I'm trying to do new things with the channel, and this was an idea that I had that I thought would be cool. Let me know down in the comments if you found this helpful, or if there's any ways you found recently to rediscover your love of the game. But until next time, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.